Hey everybody, my name is Dr. Dan French and I am your professor for History 1070 at the University of Toledo this fall online. This is an asynchronous class. That means we don't meet at any certain times. It's totally flexible. You can log in and do your work whenever you want to, as long as you meet the deadlines. Before I get going about the course, let me tell you a little bit about myself. First of all, the most important thing is how to get in touch with me. My phone number is 419-345-7220. That's my cell phone number. And you can text me anytime. Let me know that you're a student in the class. Let me know what section also, because I have two sections of this. But feel free to text me at that number. For really important official communications, you should go through university email. And my email address is on the syllabus. It's Daniel.French, French, at utoledo.edu. Pretty easy to remember. So those are the ways to get in touch with me. I don't have an office on campus anymore. At least I don't think I do. If you need to meet with me in person, we can make that arrangement. If you need to meet with me for a one-to-one or something, we can do it over Teams or over Zoom, whatever works for you. So just let me know. I'm really flexible there. So that's about me. The next thing is about the course. It's called Contemporary World. It's a history of the world from 1900, which is pretty much an impossible thing to teach because there's so much going on and it's a big world. And there's stuff that happened before 1900 we have to talk about. So I'm kind of all over the board with it. But we start around 1900. We have to get into the Industrial Revolution a little bit. But we start around 1900 and kind of cover everything that happened since then. So the bigs are like World War I, right? World War II, those are the biggies. I don't like teaching war that much, so we don't really get into that, the specifics of it, but we kind of go over, what happened, why it happened, what the end result was, so on and so forth. Most of you know this stuff. So if you're expecting an AP history course that's really challenging because you're in college, this is the easiest of easy courses. It's a university survey course. So that means it's a beginning history course and we kind of survey stuff. So it's not that taxing, but there is stuff to do. So that having been said, the things that you're going to have to do this semester, I'm looking at the syllabus, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think there are 6, 7, 8, 9 quizzes, something like that. My quizzes are super easy, no need to get anxiety. If you have accommodations and you need extra time or something like that, it doesn't even apply because there's no time limit on my quizzes at all. You can start a quiz on Blackboard in my class, walk away from it, and come back and do it later. So you don't have to worry about that. The quizzes are generally always just 5 questions, 10 points apiece, and I will tell you the answers every week on my weekly video that is in each module. So if you watch those videos in each module, and if you can suffer all the way through the end, because that's the torture I put you through, then generally I'll tell you the answers to the quiz or we'll do a good review. So the quizzes are straightforward. There are 2, 3 things I call essays on the syllabus, but you don't need to worry about those. They don't need to be like multi-page essays. Don't ask me ever how long it needs to be because that's like, don't go there. Because the answer of how long an essay has to be is like, did you answer the question? I mean, it's pretty easy. So, if it takes you 10 pages to answer a question, great. But most of my essays are a paragraph or 2. They're mini essays. They're not even a page. So you don't need to do anything other than what it says in the rubric. Every essay has a rubric. It's very formulaic. I lay it out. You could grade yourself if you use the rubric there. So the essays are simple. They're usually worth 200 points. Like I said, there's 3 of them, and if you follow the rubric, you'll be fine. There is a textbook in the class. If you don't have it right away, no sweat. You can probably get by maybe 2 weeks without it, but you will need it eventually because there are some sources and other things in there we use, and there's a reading every week. I mean, we get through a chapter every week, and I try to discuss it. So the structure of the class, as I said, reading every week, a module every week, an assignment pretty much every week. There's maybe 1 or 2 weeks. I think there's 2 weeks where there's no assignment, but there's either a quiz or an essay thing every week. Again, very easy. There's no midterm at all. Your grade for the midterm will be whatever your first 6 tasks were. I think there's a couple of essays and a couple of quizzes or something. So your midterm grade is a cumulative total of those first 6 weeks, whatever you got in those class or in those assignments. So don't be late with any of them because you'll do terrible on the midterm. Your final grade is accumulation of all the grades, and that's it. There's no final exam either. So you don't have to worry about that. There is an assignment the very first week of class that you have to do, or I have to note that you weren't a participant, and that will screw up your student loan and your CCP and everything else. So make sure you do the assignment the first week of class. All you have to do is go into the first module. There's a discussion board there. Hit post and say, I am so-and-so. I read the syllabus and I participated in class. That's all you got to do. So make sure you do that for the first week. Try to get the book by the second week. If you can't, probably not the end of the world. I think you can do the first quiz without the book, actually, if you just listen to the lecture. So there's that. The lectures in every module I recorded between 6 and 4 years ago. So there's all different iterations of me. The only thing different about me in those is that I look younger, but the content of the history class hasn't changed. So you'll see videos and you'll be like, oh my God, this guy hasn't done anything for like 5 years. Look at the date on this. And it's just because I think they're good or good enough and I haven't remade them. But I will send you generally a mini video announcement like this every week telling you what's going on. So that gives you that structure. Let's see, what else do you need to know? Don't be late. If you are late, go ahead and finish the work. Sometimes I take points off if it's chronic. Sometimes I don't. I'm pretty easy to get along with. If you're an athlete, you have a travel letter, you become ill, you have other special circumstances as any student, let me know, and we're totally flexible. It's not the end of the world if you're a few days off, okay? But just don't abuse it. So there's that. I think that's it for now. The most important thing I can tell you is to do this first week assignment to get it out of the way, because otherwise I got to report it to the university and then there's letters going back and forth and people get upset and we don't want that. So do that and then get your book when you can. If you have any questions, reach out to me. You have my contact information. You have my cell phone number, 419-345-7220. Please don't call, please text first, all right? And you also have my email, daniel.french@utoledo.edu. As far as grading and promptness, I try to grade within a day or two on the essay assignments. Sometimes it takes me a little longer. I try to get back to you same day if I can, if you email or text me. If I don't, you can pester me. I have a lot going on in my life, just like you guys do. So sometimes things fall through the cracks, but we'll be fine. And that's it. Again, Dr. Dan French. I'm looking forward to working with all of you this semester. And if you have any questions, reach out to me. Have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.